1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 months late. Let's do it.
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money. Money, money, money.
Dollar, dollar. Dollar, dollar.
Rocketman. Finally saw it. It's been so long since this movie came out and I was so excited for it and I finally saw it. Thanks, R rating. So Rocketman is a film, it's a biopic about Elton John. I think we all know this, essentially. His career and his whole life. And he's played by Taron Egerton. And I am just saying it. I didn't see this one with many reviews. I saw like Jeremy Johns didn't say it. Chris Segman didn't say it. I'm going to say it. I'm a freaking huge Elton John fan. He's one of my favorite artists. Like, I love Queen, Elton John, Billy Joel, Bruce Springsteen. Like, they all got films recently. I like Beatles. I like a lot of artists. That's kind of obvious, but Elton John's actually up there as one of my favorite artists of all time. I love all of his music. I think he's a fantastic artist. And once I heard a biopic was being made about him, I quickly became a fan of it because I didn't really know much about Elton John like a year ago when the first trailer dropped. I didn't even know Rocketman the song. Then when the second trailer dropped, I thought, all right, maybe I should really get into his music. I got into his music and then I became a fan in preparation for the film. Then it was R. Now I've finally seen it. Very first thing I will say is, dang it. Wow, Taron Egerton. This is easily one of the best performances I've seen the entire year. He kills it with emotion, excitement, energy, with just being fantastic. He did great in this role entirely. This is easily the best performance I've seen by him and easily one of the best of the year. Oh my god. And he can sing. Like, wow. He's like, I hate covers. I never listen to covers. And I remember in DJ Wolf's review of Aladdin, he said they're like, the songs in them are like covers. You're never going to like them as much as the original, but you can still like them. No, I don't think the covers in Aladdin are very good. But here, I don't like them as much as the original songs. I don't think his cover of Tiny Dancer is as good as the original Tiny Dancer. But the covers are freaking fantastic. They're, like, still great. I could still listen to these songs. I don't think I'll download them because I just have the original songs that I just enjoy more. So I would have this other version that I don't enjoy as much. But personally enough, I think he did great with every song. He took a lot of songs and they took a lot of twists on them. Like, Tiny Dancer is not nearly as... Like, in the first version of Tiny Dancer, it's kind of more higher energy. In this version, it's actually quite relaxed. The Rocketman one, the original Rocketman, is a lot more spacey. It feels a lot more kind of empty, almost kind of depressing, actually. And here, they do that, but they also actually kind of expand on it. And they actually make that a great song. They made frickin' Yellow Brick Road really epic. I think every time they had a song, they took the song and they either did it the exact way they should or they improved upon it. That is exactly what you should do. In Bohemian Rhapsody, while I did like the way they handled the music, is that they just had Rami Malek lip sync too with the music, and then they took the original songs. The original songs are perfect. Queen is amazing, but here it requires a lot more from Taron Egerton because he has to sing the original songs the exact way Elton John did. He did it perfectly. Well, I do think Rami Malek. I think if Taron didn't sing in this performance in this movie, I think I'd like Rami more. But I think it took a lot more for Taron to actually have to sing every song and get it all right. Still think Rami Malek's performance is the best of 2018. Holy crap, that was such a good performance. And Taron Egerton is one of the best of 2019. So that is what I'll say about him. I don't think he's quite the best because we have Joaquin Phoenix now. But dang it, I really like everything Bohemian Rhapsody did wrong, I feel like this movie just did right. This movie's also a musical. Thank God, that's so good. Like, the musical numbers, the choreography is freaking fantastic. It just, sometimes this scene will go on, and just out of nowhere, you'll just be shot into some musical number, and you are just entertained. I had a smile on my face through a lot of these musical numbers. Some of them aren't exactly supposed to be happy. The ones that, whenever this one's not supposed to make you happy, you're not clapping along and you're not smiling. But when the movie wants you to be happy, when you should be entertained, you're entertained. This movie just super enthralled me with its story because I just thought the story was interesting. I just thought the story of a rock star, because this film, unlike Bohemian Rhapsody, unlike Yesterday, which, by the way, both very mediocre films. I'm sorry I don't love Yesterday. Both just kind of focused on the rise of the artist. And it did kind of focus on them at the top for a bit. But this film, and they touched on the drug and alcohol side and just generally kind of going downhill. But this film took the downhill side and just delve into it. Like, the first half of this movie is the rise. The second half is the fame. Him going through the drug part. And it was so well done, so engaging. The scenes of him taking drugs and drinking alcohol are so well handled. Like there's a point in this film where you're just thinking his life is a freaking mess. Like he was at the top, then he got famous, and we don't even really see him like rise to fame. Well, we kind of do, but it's kind of like just kind of touched on. And then the main part of this film is this is an Elton John movie. We're touching on his character, his emotions, and it did that perfectly. I just love the way they touched on the entire part of his just life becoming a complete crapple. Like it's kind of a spiral down in the way Joker kind of is a spiral down, except for at the end of this film, he doesn't rampage. At the end of this film, I don't want to spoil it, but if you've seen, Elton John's alive. By the way, that's unlike unlike Freddie Mercury. He's alive today, and he's married. He's living a good life now, and so this film's going to end happily. It's not going to end with him overdosing or something. He's going to end happily, and I think that they handled the ending of this film. I think a lot of people were worried. Okay, is this film just going to kind of not know when to end, so we'll just end here? No, this film kind of knew when to end. It kind of knew where to tell the story, what to focus on, and when to stop focusing, and just when to end. The ending sequence of this film was so well done. I don't want to spoil what it is because I want you all to see this movie, but it was very well done. And one thing I will say is that this is one of the very few times where I think a film that shouldn't have been rated R. I am very kind of upset that this film got an R rating because way less people saw it. If this movie was PG-13, so many more people would have saw it. But nope, R rated. No, but like a lot of people didn't see it because it's R rated. And what sucks is that this film is like better than Bohemian Rhapsody in every way. If you didn't like Bohemian Rhapsody, oh boy, you'll like this movie, hopefully, at least. I don't know. But it's R-rated, and I feel like I think somebody could take this movie and cut it to PG-13 pretty well. Don't know how you cut out swear words, but I guess you can if you want. But there are certain sequences in this film that I just thought, that doesn't really need to be in the movie. Like, there's a sex sequence in this movie. It's actually not that messed up. A lot of people are like, oh my god, this sex, oh no. But no, it's actually not that weird. But like, it's not that messed up. But that scene didn't need to be in the movie. You could have got that out of the movie. You could have implied something happened. You didn't even really show it. There are a lot of sequences in this film where they don't need to be it. This movie could have been pretty easily cut to a high PG-13 because, yeah, he does do drugs in it. But point being, this film, it just didn't need to be R. I feel like, I think the MPAA was good to rate it R. I just don't think that Paramount should have made this movie R-rated because that's not what we demanded from Bohemian Rhapsody. We liked Bohemian Rhapsody a lot. But we didn't, like, we had problems with it, but they weren't that it was R-rated. All the problems with it weren't to the fact that it's R-rated. And I know this movie was made before Bohemian Rhapsody, so that doesn't really apply. I don't think this movie needed to be R-rated. Elton John's music isn't R-rated, so why is the movie R-rated? I don't know. This movie didn't need to be R. I'm kind of upset that it is. I think somebody should make a PG-13 cut. In the end, Rocketman is fantastic. It did everything well. Took all the problems I had with something like Yesterday or Bohemian Rhapsody, cut them all away and took that good and just stretched it out. It's entertaining, exciting, emotional, engaging. One of my favorites of the year, easily. I'll give Rocketman a freaking 9 out of 10. If you think this review is high energy, you should watch the movie Gemini Man tomorrow. I really don't know how I'm gonna feel. I'm actually kind of wondering if I'll like it because a lot of people have liked it. Like, freaking Ralph the Movie Maker gave it like a set. Ralph the Movie Maker put it on par with Endgame. What else did he put it on par with? He also put it on par with John Wick Chapter 3 and Joker. He put Gemini Man on par with those. So I'm not sure how I'll feel about it. Bye. Fast review.